Hello guys, welcome to our Code Buddies Hub. Today we are going to start identity access management on hands. So let's get started. Go to IAM service. So this is the IAM dashboard. Here we see user groups, users, roles and policies. Let's go one by one. First we'll go from the users. So you can see the list of users which we already have. So here we only have one user which is named as 123. You can create a new user by clicking on the create user. We give a username. Check this box to provide AWS management console access. Then click on I want to create a new IAM user. Here we give a custom password. So I don't want to create a new password once I sign in. So I just uncheck this. So we have three options for the permissions. One is to create a user group and then add this user to that group, or you can copy the permissions from other user. You can see the user we have is 123, so we are just copying this access to the new user we are creating, or you can attach a policy. So this is a policy list we have. So I am going to give an administrator access as of now. Click on next. So we can review our user here and what permission he has. Click on user. So basically you can download this file and save the password and send to the user, or you can just email the instructions to him. Here we see our ID is created for the user. So click on the user. You can see what permission he has. So if we have multiple permissions, you will be seeing all in the below. And if you want to add a new permission to him, you can click on here and create an add permissions. So in the same way, if you want to copy the permissions from here, so you can click on this user, add permissions. So these permissions are added to him. So this is how we add new permissions to the user. Now we will create a user group. Like for example, I have a team of developers where all of them need the same type of access. So instead of attaching each policy to new user, we create a group of developers and then we add them to that group. So to create a group, just go to user groups. Here you see create group. So you can give the name of group, that can be dev for the developers group. Here we see a list of users which we already have. If you want to create a new user and add it to the developers group, you can add it. You can create a new user from users, and then that will be appeared here, and you can add it to the developers group. So right now we have two users, so I want to add them to the developers group. So I just select them, and what permissions you want to give in this group particularly. So I want to give S3 full access. And I want to give quick site access. So then click on create user group. You can see the developers group has been created. Just go inside and you see what users are added to this group, and you can see the permissions, what permissions they have. So this is how a user group is created and how we add permissions to them. So now we will see how a new user gets added to this group. So go to users, create a user. Same as we created the user last time. Click on next. So last time we saw attach policies and how we copy the permissions from other user. Now we will be adding a user group. So just click on this dev here. This is a list. We can see, like, if you have another group already, then you will be seeing the other group here. So click next, review and create a user. Continue. So here we can see that our buddy3 has been created and he has been attached to our user group. We can go to user group. You can see here like this account is also been added to the dev group. This is how we attach permissions to the group and then user to the group. So in our last video, we talked about policies, right? That policies are nothing but a permissions. So let's review the policies in depth. Let's go to policies. So these are the list of policies which are created by AWS team. So let's review one of the policy. So this is the list of permissions which are included in this policy. So generally these policies are written in JSON format. JSON is nothing but a type of file format where the data is present in key value pairs. For example, if we click on this JSON, you can see this is the JSON document where you can see the version, statement, effect, action and resource. We'll go one by one. Version is nothing but a policy language version which is always included in a JSON file. Coming to the statements, like we can have multiple statements in a file. Statements can be one or more, and inside the statements we define the policy like effect, action and resource. So effect is nothing but what we are going to do with that, like we are going to allow these permissions or deny these permissions. So here it is allow, that means that we are going to allow the permissions. What permissions you are going to give, like action are defined in that. So action is star, that means like we are giving all permissions to this policy. So generally this is an administrator access, so administrator will have all access, so that is star. And from where, that means what kind of resources are included in this all. So this includes all resources because this is an administrator access. So this is how a policy is defined. And also we can create a policy. These are the default policies by AWS. We can see AWS managed. If we create a new policy, we can create from here. So you can choose the services. If you want to create for S3, I click S3. And what kind of access you want, read, write, or you want all access, just click all actions. If you want to give for specific ones, you can give the specific or all. So I want to give the permission for all resources, that means star for resources, and then click next. So we can give a meaningful name here for the policy. I want to give a test because we are just testing. We can give the description. This can be an optional one, and create a policy. So we can see that policy has been created. You can search your policy, what you created. See, this is a test policy and you can see the type as customer managed. And inside JSON, the same. You are allowing S3, and this SID is nothing but an ID which just like an identifier to your statement. So if we add one more permission, then there will be another SID inside this statement. So this is how a policy is created. So now we will see how we are going to log into these users which we have created. So I would like to log into buddy1 and see how we are going to log in. So generally how we will log in to our IAM user. So first we go to our account and we copy our account ID. By using this account ID, we'll be logged into our IAM user. So here is the account ID we'll be pasting, and here is our IAM username. So this is how we log in to our IAM user. So this is our IAM user and this is our root ID, root user ID. So this is an admin account, so this only have an admin permissions, similarly like all permissions which a root user have. So from here on we are going to use our IAM user instead of root user to do all our activities. Let's go to IAM here. So as an admin you have a permission to create a new user, right? If you delete this administrator access for this buddy 1, then we are not going to see a create user option, and that will be showing an access denied for us. For example, just go inside this, select the administrator access and the user change password and remove them. So once they are removed, you can see that permission has been denied. So in order to get these permissions back, you have to go back to your root user, refresh this, you see those permissions are gone. So you have to add back those permissions. Add the permissions, reload. I think it takes some time. Yeah, you got the permissions back and you can create a new user again. So with this we can conclude IAM, but still we have some topics in IAM like access keys, how to generate an access key, how to create an access key, and also CLI setup, how to set up the CLI in your local. So in the next video we are going to see what is access key and what is CLI and how we are going to set up them. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and share.